Welcome to Wednesday Comics.
You are listening to Wednesday Comics, brought to you by rootsoftheswampthing.com, Rainbow Comics, Cards, and Collectibles, and WednesdayComics.com.
Keep turning those pages.
Yeah.
Welcome to Wednesday Comics. To my left, we have the Willie of Wednesday Comics. Alex, how you doing?
I'm pretty good.
And
I'm the dick.
we have the Marcus of Wednesday Comics. Alex, I'm Garrett. How you doing?
Jesus. I'm doing all right, you know? I may be dead or I'm alive. I don't know.
I'm two people.
And I
Somebody
am
else could be high imagining me.
Saya Wednesday Comics. Kill you all. Spoilers.
So you stab me in the fucking heart. I get it.
Oh, Deadly Class later on today. Stick around for that. I'll put extra spoilers in the notes. Does anybody read my show notes? Let me know. When at Marvin_Sagora on Twitter.
You know, we never get those emails when we say, hey, you should email us this. We never get those.
Yeah, nobody uses email. I mean, the comics on Twitter, but nobody ever uses email anymore. I like the email format. It's long form.
It's the quickest route to me besides texting and calling. But I can't give you my number.
Hey,
I
you
don't
guys
like
know
the
what?
paparazzi.
I texted your brother earlier today on my car. My Bluetooth was on. My car can read my text to me.
Holy shit.
no,
Is
no.
your car kit?
No, but the reason I sound surprised by it is that I've tried it for the 3 years I've had this car,
you
and
haven't
it's
get
never
for it.
shown up
Okay.
that
But
way.
it only works for Guest Host 1.
Yeah, it's the only person
Damn.
who it's ever worked for, and it blew my mind.
Are you sure that he didn't just call you and was reading
And went-
text to you?
Yep. Because it pulled up on my car going, do you want to listen to it? Do you want to reply to it? So
You
I
know,
thought, I'll
I
listen
will
to it.
say, Corey's voice is kind of robotic.
And then when I went to reply, it tells me you can't reply while driving.
Oh, really? He
Yeah.
knows.
I mean, smart car.
Does it know because you have it in drive, or does it know because you're moving?
I'm in drive.
Because if you
Like, I'm
stop
moving.
and you're in drive, you can't do it still?
I don't know about that because
Next
I can
time,
look
try
on
it out.
I can look at my map. and
Go
I can do stuff.
150, hit the stop.
Works.
What they call the brakes, and then see if you can text.
You mean your car's not smart enough if you say stop, it won't stop?
I don't think so.
Well, it's not that smart.
Although to be fair, I used to think that my car knew how fast the speed limit was in town. Like it made it hard to go over 35. I'm pretty sure I was just stupid or going uphill.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Like I would drive 35, but I'd be trying to go 37. My car would be like, no, it's 35. We don't go over it. And I thought, oh, maybe my car's that smart.
Does your car eat paint chips like you?
I'm pretty sure it does.
You know what I heard? You can't go 55. So, Alex, your car, it's underperforming then. You get an oil change, baby.
Maybe that's what it needs. Oil
Put some
change.
nitro in there. I've seen Fast and the Furious. What's that stuff called? NOS?
I think that's a drink.
It's called Family Energy.
No, NOS. They started making a drink based on the...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's supposed to pump you up.
Because that's what you want to drink when you want energy. It's like if you just went over there and there was a can of oil.
NOS doesn't work. I drank it and it doesn't work. You know what does work? Monsters.
Brought to you by...
Gives you wings, right?
And Red Bull.
I've been on the Red Bull train recently. I don't
Red
drink
Bull?
Monster anymore.
Because there's no 0-cal Red Bulls. It's only
Yeah, there
sugar-free.
is. Oh, I see.
Sugar-free is 0.
I didn't think it was 0. I thought it was like 10.
No, it's 0. Oh, no. It might be 10.
Cane sugar. Nope.
Why can't you have 10? If
You know how
tell
long
me-
it takes to fucking burn 10 calories?
Not that long. 10 calories.
Dude, at work,
With fucking aspartame?
I tell you what, at work, I burn calories just standing outside. This
I
baby,
think you're sweating right now.
I'm so hot in here right now.
It's not hot in here.
I tell you what,
That window's been open for at least 2 hours.
It is
cooled
kind of
down.
like nice outside, though.
I'm just telling you like it is. Some of us are infernos.
You know, if I lived somewhere different, we could have the windows open, but there's so much stuff going on
Yeah, I
outside
know.
the window I can't
Well, I
open.
say
Yeah.
outside your west side over here, music blaring. So,
This
There's
is
some guy
where
with
Marvin
with
lives. It's literally like a 4D experience of what Peter Parker had to deal with in his first place with his aunt.
and
Comes outside, you hear dogs barking, like, shut up, bitch! And, like, that's what it's like.
that's weird. Queens doesn't usually remind me of.
Remember the first Spider-Man? Mary Jane almost gets tossed around by her stepdaddy.
what do you call the
Wants to bang her.
what do you call that saw that like that's on a table saw?
Oh, man.
Some guy was out here until like right before you got here. He was still just
Table
drilling.
sawing?
Yeah, it was
Drilling.
over here.
Marvin, are you
what have
okay? How many Red Bulls have you
What have
had?
Is that
been
called
drinking?
drilling?
You just
said drilling.
Who did?
You.
Get your ears checked.
What's
my
that saw
God.
when it's on a table? It's a table saw. He was drilling out there. Okay.
He was drilling and table sawing at the same time. And yes, that's a saw on a table.
That is talent.
So by the time this podcast comes out, Wonder Woman will be the next thing. I mean, it's coming up. It's Italy in
Week.
by the time this hits, it's 4 days left. And actually tomorrow when this hits, reviews go up, the embargo's up. What do you think?
God, I'm fucking nervous.
You're going to be it's the thing. It's like, so those reviews from the last week's show, Wednesday Comics podcast, not the forecast, but actually the last week's show, you mentioned there were some Twitter reactions. Those were actually from reviewers.
Yeah, so you told me it was their actual reviewers, which gives me comfort, but I saw actual reviewers giving BVS some good praise. Not all of them.
Really? I saw from fans when BVS came out.
I saw a lot of fans, but I saw some, but it was like the 3% of their remaining shitty
That
whole.
movie was shit.
But I don't know. I've heard good things, but I'm not I'm expecting absolute shit reviews. But if there is, gosh, it's gonna make me cry a little bit inside.
This is Power Rangers for me. Gonna hate it until I see it.
We'll talk about Wonder Woman, the comic, later. But I have some things to say about that comic in terms of matching up with the movie. We'll talk about it later, though.
Okay.
I'm excited for that movie.
I'm excited, but I don't want to get too excited.
Yeah, that's the thing, though.
I can't. I could be let down.
I talked about on the show. It's like, don't get excited. Just go and watch it. But now it's
literally see the little cleavage of Gal Gadot, and then you're like, okay, I'm excited now.
Gar.
I was going to say more like those action scenes look pretty cool.
I'm excited
Things
for the
are
action
flopping
scenes.
all over the place. I get you.
They better not be flopping everywhere. It's just contained in that steel suit of hers.
She doesn't get in that until halfway through the movie.
I'm going to quote your brother on the Batman Forever commentary. Calm yourself.
Hey, I've been pretty good the last couple of weeks.
I'll say last week.
I've been docile.
You haven't been a horn dog for a week and a half. Score. That's like
But
a personal
then
best.
I got all my season finale fixes from the CW.
Oh, you had
Like
those
Candace
go? I haven't
Patton,
watched any of
huh?
them.
So it would go. They were all great, actually. Very fucking emotionally. They kick you in the fucking face. Supergirl was really good, but by the end, you're just like, holy shit, thanks. This is gonna make me cry, maybe. And then Flash was Flash. You know how Kevin Smith cried during the first season finale of Flash? He's gonna be on the fucking floor in puddles of tears. And then Arrow was probably the best finale since season 2. Probably the best finale of the show, I have to say. And you know who sold it? Slade Wilson. Manu Bennett.
He's back?
You didn't know that?
I don't watch Arrow anymore.
Oh, yeah, he's back.
I cut loose.
He's back.
He's
And
actually
he
him.
comes back so good.
I'm back. I guess I'm back in.
Just watch the finale. You don't need to
If
watch
Deathstroke's
anything.
back, he's the best part of that show. Of course I'm back in.
I don't think they ever say Slade Wilson or Deathstroke that entire episode, but everyone knows who he is.
How soon do these things hit Netflix? What's the...
They're a week after the show's finale airs
Well,
now.
here we come,
Next
Arrow.
week, you get Flash, Arrow. Have you watched Flash yet?
Oh, I'm
Hey,
behind
Vaughn.
3.
Damn.
Last thing I
Get
saw
the
was-
tissues. Get the tissues.
Maybe 2. Last thing I saw, spoilers for Flash TV show. Last thing I saw was him coming out of Savitar's
Okay.
armor being like,
yeah. No,
"Because
that's
I'm
old
you."
news.
I was like, no shit, it's you.
Everyone knew it was him.
Yeah. I think we even talked about it on this show, and I was like, of course it's fucking him. He keeps saying, man, he knows everything. It's like he was there. No shit. It's you, motherfucker. You're supposed to be smart.
But yeah, CW, good
A
work.
room
this
full
year.
of fucking scientists can't figure it out. He says he was there the whole
The
time.
way they explain it, though, you're just kind of like, sure.
It is. It's like, you seen Usual Suspects?
Well, no, you're going to find out now because you saw the cliffhanger. Now, when they try to explain it this next episode, you're going to probably be like, this makes no fucking sense.
I thought they explained it already.
Did you just watch the episode where the cliffhanger is that he's Savitar?
No, when he talks to him. So I meant,
Okay, so that is the next
Yeah,
one.
okay.
You're right. You got it. You're good.
where he was like a time revenant and just
Yeah.
like, you guys ignored me. I wasn't the real bear.
Yeah, you kept me around and then you never talked to me and didn't treat me like I was family.
That just, you know, all that proved to me was I better be nicer to you because obviously you're going to turn to a Savitar, I guess.
But he makes the time remnant to put Savitar on the Speed Force, so it doesn't make any sense.
Brought to you by rootsoftheswampthing.com, your definitive online source for all things Swamp Thing, featuring news, reviews, and a comprehensive chronology of the Swamp Thing. All in Files #1 is currently sold out. Issue 2 is in production. Make sure to follow John on Twitter at DCWorldSwampy or on Facebook.com/rootsoftheswampthing. That is rootsoftheswampthing.com for more of the green. Yeah, it's confusing. How about we talk about some books here? Department H number 14.
Yep.
Written by Matt Kint, drawn by Matt Kint, colors by Charlene Kint. We have a story now. Opens up with a shark battle. They all kill one shark.
What?
The sharks. The first page is them. A bunch of sharks kill a shark and eat him.
Yeah. So I don't know what the frenzy was for.
I don't know if I remember that. But.
Cut 2. They're going to go to the surface, but they only can bring 4. So, Crazy Man, what's his name?
Jerome.
Jerome's like, well, I'm going to go get eaten by a fucking giant squid.
You know, if I was those guys
weird.
anyways...
It scared me when I turned the page.
You know what? If I was those guys anyways, I would have done survival of the fittest and be like, Jerome, you're going back. Like, we don't want you.
You took off. He was out of there before they're like, only 4 of us can go. And he's like, adios.
He's like, I'm still alive to explain to you that jellyfish are cool.
He had enough time, though, to tell that backstory.
Yeah, so that's what was weird, is that I thought he had already swum away.
It was a weird issue. Like, it's like...
Did you notice the, I think it was the 9-panel page where, what's the main girl's name?
Shit, I can't even think.
She had a double face.
Oh,
Or
no, they
she's
do
pushing up
that
and
a lot.
over.
That's
Yeah.
show movement. They do that a lot.
But that one didn't make, like, I didn't get the movement. It looked like
up and across.
It looked like a messed up thing.
You thought she was a monster?
Yeah, I thought killer.
Maybe she's the killer.
Mia.
Killer.
Yeah, Mia.
Drown her in the water, throw her to the sharks.
Am I having a horrible memory?
Yes.
Possible.
Probable.
I thought her dad was the guy with the red beard.
What?
Which one's her dad? The guy with the hat? The
dad-
beanie?
The guy with the beanie. Well,
Okay.
the guy in the wheelchair was beanie.
I said they
too,
both
though,
have
so
beanies.
Yeah, that's what confuses me.
One's
They both
handicapped,
look
the
the
other's
same.
not.
No, but he wasn't always handicapped.
That's true.
They both look the same.
In the flashbacks, you mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's part of the flashbacks, is that she's
swear
having a hard
before-
time.
I swear before it was the other guy.
But the other one like looks shorter and plump, like rounder. The dad looks tall and lanky. If you can tell, but by their art. If
But then how
not,
come this guy in the wheelchair, if they were such good friends, he's in none of the flashbacks?
he was?
but he
he was in the
wasn't-
flashback with with her mom.
That
She
it
was
was
10.
But it was the guy with the beanie arguing with the guy with the red hair.
What?
red hair
Oh yeah,
guy?
the guy with Blake.
Yeah, Blake.
Yeah, that was Harry. That's Mia's dad. That
With the red hair.
wasn't wheelchair guy. He was barely in this issue. He had nothing to do with that. The only reason Jerome came on this whatever Department H thing is because Harry went to him and was like, dude, I need you here. I need you to talk to Jellyfish. I don't know, whatever reason he had for actually bringing him on this trip.
Can you imagine recruiting somebody like that? And he's like, don't bring him, he's crazy. Turns out he's crazy. So
But he's right.
somebody fucked up along the way. Yeah, I guess he was right. Yeah, I thought it was an okay issue. I mean, but it's not.
I don't think
I
it
was
was.
excited for it.
Yeah.
I said, I'm glad that on the forecast I didn't tell you that I was excited for this. It's like, yeah, I look forward to it, but this wasn't anywhere near the best
synopsis
issue.
made it sound like they were going to go to the surface. So I was happy to maybe get some answers.
Get some air, you mean?
But it turned out to just be an issue about Jerome who then died.
I think I think that's a reverse trigger. I think that was a reverse trigger, like, Jerome's done. And then he's like, oh shit, I forgot this part.
It's too bad he's died twice.
You know what's interesting about the way that the book is set up is that now the mystery's kind of on the back burner and it's more about them surviving. So like it's an interesting way to tell a murder mystery because I'm not even thinking about clues anymore. I'm thinking about how do they get out of there.
Right.
Meanwhile, he's probably dropping clues all over the place, but I'm not checking anymore
Right.
because I'm too invested in like the suspense. Like, are they going to get out? Is the jellyfish going to eat them?
Did you
The
see
giant squid.
did you see the inside of the cover had wasn't it the Japanese team?
Japanese, yeah. ABIRAH, the experimental bathysphere investigation research applies to hazards. The Japanese answer Department H. It looks the same. Actually, their shit looks
Maybe
more
they're
high-tech.
the ones in the white dive suits.
I thought the white dive suits were ghost suits.
What do you mean ghost suits? They
But
were
there's that
people
one that-
first.
Well, I mean, they were people first, but look like they were ghosts.
You know what I saw on the letters page that I didn't even think about? You know how the water's rising in the middle of each issue?
Yeah.
He said that if you put the whole series, you'll be able to see from the top of your stack to the bottom, you'll see water going left to right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can see it on the side.
Because if you do pages out, it's like, that'll be cool. If it gets to like 30 issues, if it stays 20, it's going to be
That's how
like...
Finkel likes it.
Okay, I can see it.
Pages out.
Wow.
All right.
This was like an 8. Man, I might go 7.
I'm gonna say
say
7.
7.
It could just because I thought that this issue would be, like I said, them going to the surface, maybe some more forward momentum, but it was just a story about Jerome. I'm
Giants-
sure there's stuff there that I missed, but I was so confused being like, man, this guy's telling his whole life story 2 seconds before he jumps into that squid's mouth.
I don't know. It just wasn't my bag of tea tonight. I was looking forward to it, and I was like, yeah, this wasn't that good.
Is that a saying?
You know it is.
Egg of
It's not your
tea.
bag of tea?
On that
Your ball of tea?
You know what I
I
put on
guess
my
tea
bagels?
bags.
Schmear.
Holy shit, now we're getting all over the place. It's like word association game.
You know what else we got yesterday? Not today. Was Wonder Woman number 23, written by Greg Rucka and art by Liam Sharp. I binge read 19 through 23, and in all honesty, up until 23 was really good.
I feel the reverse. I felt this was way stronger than the last couple issues. Because the story, the thing we've always hated the most about this whole going back and jumping forward is like, yes, they're relevant to each other, but at the same time, I hate jumping in narrative constantly.
Yeah.
But what I did like about this issue is that it's the fucking conclusion. Because, I think this storyline was just pretty long, but I liked how they tied Ares into it. Art by Liam Sharp was phenomenal.
The art was great. Yeah.
This is the first time I thought his art looked much better than it has in the past.
Right.
She looked a lot less dudeish.
And, I felt like the series could have ended... Greg Rucka's run could have ended there, and I saw he's got a couple more issues left.
He did change the way her face looks. I did notice that.
That's the
it's
thing.
It more looks like the same thing in year 1. They have the same face now.
Which at least made, I don't know, every other time that he draws her, she either has no nose or is just so blocky looking in the face.
Let me admit something about this epilogue. I don't remember whatever happened before this.
Epilogue.
This is the epilogue.
It's a conclusion.
As a conclusion?
The next issue
I thought it
is
said
epilogue.
Whatever. Everything that came before this, I was like, I can't remember what happened. And so I'm sitting there reading this issue, and I was like, this issue, I thought, in terms of one issue, in terms of how she resolves the conflict, I liked a lot. However, I just feel like this series, if you're having a movie come out, it's not really something that, it's really something that's I don't know, very niche for Wonder Woman, which already you're already limiting who likes Wonder Woman and then who likes a specific kind of Wonder Woman. It's not like a general, we don't need general, right? But however, something that's more encompassing, I feel like Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chang was more open to everybody reading it. And this is more hey, if you like Wonder Woman, you'll like this story. It's not hey, everybody, if you want to get into Wonder Woman, read this story.
Yeah, I feel like as a reader who has read
Words today, guys. We should call this episode Words, because we can't speak them.
Wonder Woman in the... Fuck it. When you read this woman, who is pretty wonderful, in the Cliff Chang, it read really smooth. I think it's... Even as a guy who's read it before, I'm kind of this is kind of a dragging on.
I think this is more they wanted a big name on Wonder Woman, and they went to the guy who they knew wanted or do his own take on a story. But what I think about is Greg Rucka, you're handed the keys to the kingdom, and this was your story.
I think my thing is that year 1 was great. I loved that.
Year 1 was awesome.
I loved that book. The Truth and the Lies, it had its good moments.
Everything else past
God
year
Watch?
1, stupid.
And I respected the fact how it got resolved was not her going to beat the shit out of the sons, but that's what I wanted. I wanted to watch her beat the crap out of Ares' twin boys.
Yeah.
Instead of tying them up with her lasso of truth.
Which that whole plot to me was kind of dumb too. Ares is yeah, they're my sons, and because you're here now, they're going to turn back into what they were and kill the Themyscirians or whatever. It's like, okay. I don't know. I'm ready for once Greg Rucka's done because like when you were just speaking about General there, Marvin.
Yeah.
So sorry, I saw the solicits for after Greg Rucka. Dropping that book real quick.
So he's not out anymore.
He'll be
After
on
25.
Is it
Who is it,
25?
though?
Yeah.
Or
Who's
it
on?
started 25.
Yeah, it's a new writer, girl writer.
I'll give it a try. But
I like where we're like.
The new artist is really good. I don't know who that
The
is.
2 parts I really liked about the conclusion of this issue is I liked when she basically just told them the way that she defeated them was telling them that she loved them and showing them that, hey, this is the truth. And the next part that I liked was at the end when she sees her mom, but she knows she can't go over there, otherwise she'll be lost forever. So it's like leaving the island again. Yeah. And she's like, mother, and she's like, I've always been proud of you. I like that part of this.
That part was awesome.
Oh.
It sucks that she can't just like cross the veil and be like, yo.
It never occurred to me that she couldn't pass the veil. I was like, okay.
They said that literally 2 seconds before that.
Hey, I've seen you fuck up in books.
They said she's gonna go past that other girl.
I know the girl was.
And she'll be lost forever.
Yeah, who gives a shit about the other girl? Her mom?
So obviously Wonder Woman
didn't
didn't go
care.
past that.
She's Wonder Woman. She just tied 2 demon dog god things together. She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
8.
Know what you're giving it?
Yeah.
I didn't like one last bit about it with the whole daughter-mother storyline, like with the 2 blonde people I don't care about. The Deus Ex Machina of this, like, oh, she'll just go to Themyscira, she'll be fine. Like that part bothered me,
I love
too.
that
Like the
this-
whole God Watch was about
Yeah.
saving the daughter, and it's like, she'll just be on Themyscira, it's all good.
I love that the daughter can't breathe, eat, drink, or anything. But she's still not dead. Made me laugh.
She's able to like fuck Ares, basically.
Pretty
That's
much.
it.
And that's what I'm guessing. He's like, yeah, you're stuck with me, baby.
Yeah, you can stay here with me. It's nice and warm under this
Forever.
tree.
In my hell.
A question.
Yeah.
Did you read Wonder Woman Earth 1?
No.
Grant Morrison? It's fucking weird.
You read it?
It's weird.
It looked weird. The plot to me, what I read back then, I was kind of like, I'll wait on this until I really want to try.
I guess
it.
we'll wait till our actual Wonder Woman review to like say comic you should read if you like Wonder Woman. However, I think if you're gonna jump in anywhere, Brian Azzarello, Cliff Chang. 1 through what?
35.
35.
I think that was probably the one that I'm glad I stayed on because that was really good. Because that was one thing that not necessarily bugged me about this one. It had the Greek gods, but during that whole fight scene, the Greek gods are there just to watch.
Yeah.
What are they called? The protons, the protorax, the praetorax, protozoic. I don't know what they're called.
That's a lot of different words that weren't what they were called.
Protractors. I don't know what
They were the
called.
circle drawers, but just that they were there just to watch.
The proxies.
Kind of. Well, no, still wrong.
Yeah, I give it.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
It was one of my favorite of the Wonder Woman runs, like issues.
No,
but
it's a 7 for me.
okay, well, holy shitballs.
What is that?
Shirtless bear horse wrestler thing. So let's talk about the most amazing topic of tonight. Everything else is secondary to this.
I don't think I read that. I read that book, but I don't remember that in the back of my book.
You just killed my intro.
Whatever.
You know what else is killing it in this intro? Okay, I'm not screwing up this pun because you ruined it. But yeah, this is going to be the topic of the night. I already know it. I mean, we'll talk about other shit, but this is the most important. Deadly Class, number 28, written by Rick Remender, art by Wes Craig, colors by Jordan Boyd.
Guess who I am? Don't go to Pun City every week. Goes to Pun City.
You guys don't go to Pun City. I'm the mayor.
That's
of Pun
your
City.
thing. Okay.
That's
Oh,
your
yeah.
town.
That's my town. I
You
live there.
own that.
but if you're the
Right.
mayor, we're allowed to be in your city.
No, you're outside the borders.
Christ, there's
You're
a lot
in
of reds
shitty. You're in shitty bit town.
So what do you think, Garrett? Let's go Deadly Class on this. What did
Should we
you?
grab tissues first?
You just got done reading one
Jizzing or
through
crying?
28.
1 through 27, and then you read 28
Yeah.
this week.
Right.
Overall, I feel like we should still do like a.
We need to just do a show that's
Deadly Class.
Deadly Class.
However, let's just say from like a general point of view, What do you think?
So going in, I was going off the hype that you two were putting into this book. And, the first arc came and I got instantly hooked. Every time I got to an issue, I wanted to just pour through it as quick as I could. But then I'd actually take my time to go through it just because it's like I was telling you guys, it was like a drug. I wanted my next fix was the next issue. The more times I got to read, the more I wanted to keep reading this series. It was just crazy all the shit that was going on in this book. And when you get done with the first arc, that's what really you get gut punched. You get to know all these characters and then bad things happen. And it was so full circle for some of those characters' arcs that it still when you get to the next arc, second semester or whatever it's called, new class, you're still reeling from that, just kind of like Saya is, or Saya, or however you say her name. And I knew there was something missing. I mean, I could understand there was a reason for this. Are we going spoiler town?
Yeah.
So now my thing is that I had read the last part of semester 1, almost a year ago.
Yeah.
That when we got to this reveal tonight, I was like, oh, okay. That kind of reminds... For you, it's nice and fresh. For me, it's I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, maybe because I read it all at once. I think there's something... Okay, so we're going to spoiler town. So Marcus and Maria are alive. And literally issue 26, after I would read one page, I'd literally have to set it down and fist bump in there and be like, fuck yes. Every page.
Who'd you fist bump? The book or yourself?
Fist pump.
I heard fist bump.
If I said bump, whatever, I meant pump. But the whole Maria Marcus storyline, I really loved. And when she died, I was devastated. And then I was like, all right, Marcus and Saya. I was like, sure, why not? And then when Marcus dies, I'm like, no, because that's what you associate with him. He's the main character for the most part. And so when he goes, you're just, I don't know. I was trying to connect with Saya. God damn it. Am I saying it right?
I think you're right.
Okay.
I think it just depends on how you want to say it.
All right. When I was associating with her, it was hard because, she's so cold. And we're just starting to get to know more of her backstory and everything.
Does that connect with her like that?
Well, yeah, because you like extreme violence. But when Marcus and Maria came back, it was just so awesome. I knew there was no way that Marcus was dead. Maria, I thought was long gone.
I thought Maria was dead.
Yeah.
Marcus, I never assumed was dead.
And you read the letters page, and it was literally kind of how there's always the hero's downfall with a newspaper. It's they live or they die.
Yeah.
That's the same thing that he had two scripts out. One was going to keep Marcus dead. One was going to bring him back. And he talked to the guy who's helping him make the pilot for Deadly Class. He talked to his whole creative team. He talked to everybody. They're like, we have to bring Marcus back. Maria back was coming regardless, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah. He said Marcus was the one he did.
How did you not think that Marcus was absolutely dead and that Maria might be dead?
Because the way I saw it
he
was...
literally got fucking stabbed with a katana.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean death to me,
and
though.
Maria died.
She got poisoned.
But you didn't know it was poison, though. It was just off screen.
Papa knows it's poison.
If you don't see it on screen, it doesn't happen. Marcus got stabbed and
Oh, I just assumed being the number one character, he's not going to die. They already killed off Willie. They killed off everybody.
We've talked about on this podcast spoilers for Southern
We just talked about it last week. Yeah. I know, but I'm just saying he'd already lived 21 issues. Odds are they're not going to kill him off, and if they do, mind boggled. I wasn't. Oh my god, he's dead. I was
but Remender went on interview Frenzy afterwards saying, yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
I'm just telling you, World's Greatest Detective already knew it.
In the letter pages, he was like, yes, he's dead.
Dude, ESP right here.
Yeah, and that's the part where you think that he's gone for good because it's he even brings up nobody's safe. There's always that mantra for Image, nobody's safe. But, it felt like something was missing for a couple of issues. Not to the point that I was it's not as good, but if it would have been a couple more issues without that, I would have been it's not as strong as it was.
I like the new class a lot.
Right.
And I thought that they were doing a good job replacing that old class. However, you are starting back at square one, getting used to these new people. So
right.
The familiarity and also these characters that you grow to love, you missed that out.
I think right now and it's not necessarily a gripe, it's we're not spending enough time with the new class though. They're in this book, and I know we're supposed to go, oh yay, Marcus and Maria are back, woohoo, what's going on with Saya? That's great. But I'm missing out on watching the Russian, and I guess they were in this one for a little bit, but
Yeah,
I want
now
more-
it's going to be kind of like, a mixture of their stories. Because
Yeah.
everyone wants Marcus and Maria's side of things. Everybody sort of wants the new class, but they're going to be there. And eventually we're going to be obsessed with both.
Well, I say it's eventually going to be a civil war amongst the school.
Right. And basically, I can't wait.
I assume-
When we get to that final fucking whatever, it's going to be insane.
This is one of those books I wonder, Marvin and I have talked about East of West. Now, you still get the collections, don't you?
Trades, yeah.
Trades, okay. That I'm wondering how long Deadly Class is expected to be.
I know he says he has at least 10 more issues, so I don't know. I'm not saying there's a end date.
No, but I'm guessing there's got to be, there's got to be some end game to it.
Right. But this issue itself, for like 2 fucking seconds, I thought Willie was actually still alive. But then I just realized, nope, he's just high.
There's something about the coloring that made me go, oh, he looks like he might be high.
Right. I guess it was just a moment, like you see him there and then he's just gone out of the chair. Yeah. And so I was like, I don't know. Maybe I was just super too far in and I was like, all right.
The coloring is great with Jordan.
Yeah.
Does a great job. Wes Craig does a great job. But even storytelling wise, each issue is like fantastic. There's stuff that happens in this comic that you really don't see, like the panel layouts and shit like that. Like, when's the last time you seen a fucking panel layout that looks like this?
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing. Deadly Class looks like this. Like every time you see, even the way like the word balloons are, even like the tails for the word balloons, it's like that's Deadly Class.
I love how Rick Remender, and I think usually it's just Rick Remender does
leave that out.
On the side. Where there's that little bit of bubble. He does there's a picture, and then on the side wall of the sheet there's lots of words that he has. I love that.
There was one thing that I got hung up on this issue.
What's that?
And it was a grammatical error.
Yep.
Was it that one during the flashback?
I'd have to look at, but there's one thing that there's a word that's missing.
Yeah, it's when Saya's talking.
What are we talking about?
It drove me nuts. I asked Mai about the beach he used to talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
I read it, and I had to read it 3 times and I had to ignore it because it bugged the shit out of me.
That kind of made me sad because that's such a huge part of the series, and you don't fucking check it twice.
Yep.
That bugged me, but
see, I filled it in. My brain filled it in. I didn't even notice that.
Nope.
No.
I want to get actually. With this book, they released those oversized collections. They're like the first year. I think you can get one trade. I want to get that.
Does it have script in there?
I think it has extras.
Oh, cool.
But even still, it's like that kind of stuff they would fix and stuff.
Mm.
Like that, so.
I've mentioned it to you guys, probably never on the show. I would love to do favorite covers because Deadly Class would at least have probably 2 of those. I think you got. I know you got this cover. It's the when the kids are going up against the cartel, and it's the end of Maria's story arc.
Oh, okay.
And it's the
original
Marcus,
cover?
Yeah, where it's Marcus running and he's being chased by the wolves. I love that cover.
I got all the original covers.
And I bring up this cover. One, I love that Punisher. I know it's not the Punisher, but I just love that skull on there.
It's kind of been a theme throughout the series, though. You always see little skulls all over.
Of course. Rick Remender must love the Punisher.
Gonna give it a 9.
I'm going to give it a 9 too, because 26 was fucking 10s. This, it's still good. It's still great, obviously. But
I think I will give it a 9. I think my favorite part is when they're talking about the science behind Saya stabbing him. That she planned it out going, I didn't want to kill you. I just wanted to stab you.
By the way, the last issue, 26 was a 10, but 27 also for me, I thought was a 10.
27 was great.
27 was great about Saya's background. I like that a lot. Is any more?
No.
Nope.
Steven Rogers, Captain America, written by Nick Spencer, art by Andres Ginalato and Ramon Box, colors by Rochelle Rosenberg. We get Captain America. I didn't even recognize him on this cover. Actually, when I saw this cover during the forecast, I was like, man, I guess Cap's on the cover. He is. That's him. Full Hydra gear. So this issue basically is an interview with
Something Floyd.
With a reporter. What?
I know her last name is Floyd.
She's from the Civil War. She was in the Frontline series. Comes back here to interview Captain America. They start off by saying, don't talk about Las Vegas. Las Vegas obviously was destroyed by Captain America in Secret Empire 2.
It was the end of it was the end of Secret Empire 2, but we didn't actually see it. I think it took place in another book.
No, I think it happened at the end of 1.
Did it?
Yeah, at the end of 1.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I think we saw it. He ordered it
Okay.
at the end of 1. So she's asking him tons of questions. Do you really think that people will believe that Hydra won World War II? They didn't come out till afterwards. He was like, yeah, we're brainwashed. Basically, it's propaganda versus her trying to find a way to get past it, right? I thought, first off, this issue is so random, I thought. However, I thought it's just like a single issue if you like kind of mind wipe the rest of the series out of the way. Like if this was like a special, like not Steve Rogers Captain America, which I think it's fucking weird that it is an issue. Like if you were reading this in trade and like you got this, I thought it'd be kind of weird.
Yeah.
But as a one shot, like they could have called this like Secret Empire the interview.
Yeah.
And I would have been like, this is fucking excellent. This would have been probably one of my picks up.
I was surprised that this was like, I was expecting this to be shit.
I thought it was great.
And I thought it was really great.
I really liked it.
Yeah, I gave it like a 9.
Yeah,
like, it was.
The dialogue was
7.
just fucking good. Steve was so fucking good in this issue. Like the way, you know what? So Steve, the reason why Steve's such a great leader is because he knows how to motivate people and he knows how to bring people up and he knows, like, because you believe in his heart, like that's Steve. He believes in that 100%. So when he in this issue, when he's saying those things from the other side is Hydra, and you're just like, you can see like she says in here, like he's
Sincerity.
charismatic. Like that's the guy you get behind. And now that he works for Hydra, it still works.
Well,
Doesn't matter.
he's sincere. His character hasn't changed just because his side has changed. He's just straightforward. This is what is right.
He had
This is
me. I'm Hydra now.
So
No.
that interview, so the whole part, you know, at the beginning, he's like, don't bring up Vegas because
Yeah.
there was the killing. Like, I was so caught up in that interview when she let slip about Vegas. I literally went like, and then just like fucking, you had to fucking bring up Vegas. Like they like cut the broadcast.
Yeah.
I got fucking duped. Like I didn't even look ahead or anything. Like I read that panel. I was like, shit, what are you doing? So that I thought that was great.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
The only issue I would have maybe is with the art kind of changes every once in a while.
Yeah.
Because it's two people and they're not obviously the same kind of artist. One person is trying to act like the other artist and it doesn't really match.
I think for me, it's the as an issue was good. The art bugs me, but as a continuation of a story from going from 16 to 17 bugs the shit out of me. And I know we go by issue, not
That's what I
overall.
said.
But I'm saying so
It's like a random thing. It's
so
like,
that's why it's got to
Yeah.
be it's a 7 for me. It can't be a 9 because actually it bugged the crap out of me.
Well, how I'm seeing it in my head is like it's all coming out chronologically. Like that's just what it's going to be. And they don't give a shit. You know, that Marvel article that's going viral right now about like how shitty they are. Like this is another thing that they don't care. They're
I
just
would
doing
say if
their
you're
own.
reading Secret Empire and you're into it, but you don't get Captain America, you could just get this one issue. And it actually fills it a
I
lot.
think it's a good. I think you should definitely check it out. Like it's one that you could miss and not miss anything, but it's so cool. Like it's fun.
Is my question for you, and you're on this page with Red Skull's head.
Yeah.
Did I miss him getting decapitated?
No, he probably
No.
just cut off his head before
He
this.
beat him up in that one.
And left him on the cliff
Yeah.
side.
So he probably get killed.
When?
Or it's a fucking ruse.
When he
you know
pushes him
that's-
out the window.
When was that one?
The
Was that
before
15
Secret
or
Empire
16?
started.
Yeah, it's in Steve Rogers.
Yeah, Steve Rogers.
Must have blanked it out. I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, he pushes him and then you see him like bleeding out on the ground.
I'll have to look
That's
through
why
my
you.
books
That's
again.
why you think that Cap's like super fucked over now. He's super evil. 'Cause he just kills.
Okay,
with
I
no
must mean
remorse.
I'm missing something. I know I read all these books, but I don't remember him shoving him out the window. And it's even grosser now to know that's his head.
Yeah, he probably went back down there, took his bare fist and like ripped his head off.
I was hoping he was going to use a shield,
Maybe he used a shield.
but I could see this captain ripping his head off.
Does Falcon? I know this is off topic. Does he have Cap shield still?
Yes, to my knowledge, he still has.
That
the
would be
circle.
fucking cool if like there's going to be some kind of confrontation between the two if Hydra Steve steals his fucking shield back.
There's
He has the shield and Mjolnir.
By the way, usually I hate when I turn to a page and I see this much dialogue.
Yeah.
However, I turn to this page and everything that Steve says on this page about the Inhumans, I almost said mutants. Obviously, the Inhumans are acting like the mutants in this series, but whatever, we'll get over that. Where they talk about how people lost somebody to Inhumans' powers and how you have to decide at some point that it is us versus them. And how is it unreasonable that we want to lock them up? Like that's the humane thing to do. Like that whole page, I was like, God, it's just fucking. I thought the dialogue was great. He's so good. Nick Spencer knows how to write Steve Rogers. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
The dude knows who Steve is. The dude knows how to write him. And I think that was the strongest part of his first arc of Cap Steve Rogers. And I think it's his strongest part of Secret Empire is he knows Cap.
I'll admit he's a good Cap writer. There's other characters that are not worthy.
This for
Are you
me,
talking about Rick Jones?
This for me was a 9. If that art was fucking spot on, I would have been like, this is my pick.
Yeah.
I think if the art had been better, it'd be getting higher grade for me. But like the cover art, I like.
Yeah, I like the cover too.
And I don't know. Inside just does not look as clean and as crisp as it should have.
Pick it up. But that's the thing, though. If you read that article you're talking about, they talk about in there that it's not only because people are like falling off of books because Marvel keeps relaunching, but when they relaunch, like there's like new artists like every 3 issues.
Yeah.
Or they can't keep up, so there's 2 on 1.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that people are taking and Marvel has said they don't really see artists as something that sells books. So, like, are they treating their artists as disposable, being like, hey, you two, finish this, rather than let's get somebody who's going to elevate this storytelling and make this a fucking 10 out of 10.
Right.
And say, you know, there's actually a book that's our next one to talk about, and if I can segue into it.
Segue.
Infamous Iron Man number 8, written by Brian Michael Bendis and art by Alex Maleev. Holy shit, is Maleev kicking ass in this book.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is like these two have been on it since issue 1.
They make me love this book.
Yes, it's their shared vision together that's making this awesome. Like when you see Dr. Doom in the shadows and Riri's like talking to him, like even like those small, simple scenes. I'm looking at the shadows and shit like that. I'm just like, God, it looks so fucking good.
I think this is probably my favorite. This is probably my 9 out of 10. I loved this issue. Not only I loved Doc Doom talking to Herm, go attack me. It might take you a couple tries. I've been around the block a couple times. Oh my God. It is so good.
Yeah, it was fun. Like, he was just basically saying, hey, I'm not hiding anything. Like, what do you want to know? Like, I'll tell you whatever you want. You can do whatever you want to, but this is why I'm doing this. Yep. So you can't tell me I can't because I'm going to do it anyways. But I understand why you're freaking out.
You know who I think Maleev draws so well? The Thing.
Yeah, I was going to say that scene
I love Ben in
with
this
him
book.
and Fake Reed talking. That part was great too. Also, Matt Hollingsworth is doing the colors, which he's always great too. So it's like the 3 of them together are like back we used to talk about Black Widow being like, that's those 3 killing it. This is these 3 killing this. This is, I think every time we review this, I'm almost like, that's Marvel's best book right now. And I think it still is.
It's really great. The thing that I'm kind of bugged with, like, they haven't come out and told us that's Fake Reed. Like, there's not, but on the covers, they're fucking being like, it's Fake Reed. It's like, come on, give me a little more. Like, that's the one time that a cover shouldn't show me too much.
I was disappointed by this cover.
Yeah. Like, they should have been just this stuff, like, for fun, and then you could have, like,
I wish it would have
Doom
been
and
Iron
regular
Man.
Reed.
Honestly, I would like to have just seen both Iron Mans fighting, and in the background you can have Reed there, but him being in the forefront,
right? Reed's not going to ask the
thing to kill someone.
Doom. So that's how I know he's bad. That's
well,
how
I get that, but like, especially if they're new reader friendly or whatever, how are you going to be like, oh, this is real Reed?
That is a straight. You're right. I guess you're right on that point because they've never explained there is another Reed,
right?
Unless you know there is from reading Secret Wars
exactly.
or from reading the Ultimate Universe for so long, Ultimate Fallout, all that.
What's Fake Reed's name?
The Maker.
The Maker. Okay,
and he's even wearing his Maker outfit, like, so that's like we know that it's not real Reed.
The Maker is one of my favorite characters.
Right, I know you really like him. And it's like, it's cool that it's him, but it's like, don't try to dupe me that he's not if you're going to put him on the fucking cover.
No, I know what you mean.
I cannot wait to watch the Thing punch him through the wall.
It's going to happen.
I know he attacked him.
That's how he'll get Doom's trust, or Doom will get his trust, is by showing him that's not the right Reed.
And I just want to watch the Thing beat the shit out of somebody, because he's been getting kind of duped from Doom. Goes to Laverian, he's not there. Gets the shit kicked out of him by his mom.
By the way, the Thing is very, he kind of brushes it off to the side for no reason. When he's like, where's Sue? And he's like, she's safe. He's not like, the fuck, you guys have been alive this whole time? Like, show me something. Like, where are you guys at?
The way I read it is that
Johnny.
Thing already knows he's not real. So he's just asking him questions.
He's playing along, you say?
I'm thinking he's playing along. I mean, not saying the Thing is necessarily the smartest character, but he's bright enough to know that that's not what Reed would have said.
In the last issue, so this thing needs to get better fucking security, I'll tell you that much. Doom broke in last issue, ate his food. This issue, the Maker's already in there. Now it's just like, this. Does he not have home security? Get some cameras.
To be fair, you don't need security. You don't need security if you're made of rock.
I guess the last issue was a hotel, so he should get his money back. At very least.
So we're going to talk about that cliffhanger, too? How it's...
What happened at the end?
Doctor Strange, Tony Stark?
Oh, yeah. That part confused me a little bit.
Yeah, that wasn't an impressive thing. I actually
So what happened? So Riri shoots him, and he's like, has some sort of spell that like knocks
goes
him
into comatose of some kind.
Yeah. And so he sees...
I feel like Doctor Strange did something... You know how Tony's in an actual coma right now? I wonder if he's keeping him in like the astral plane or something so that he doesn't completely die while his body heals. I don't know. Something like that. Something weird.
Let me ask a Pastrella
Because
question.
they're beard bros.
Does this take place before or after Secret Empire?
So now that I wondered
During.
that.
It's got to.
I don't think it could be during because Riri would be too busy in New York.
It wasn't Sharon in this walking around? He's part of S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D's not a thing anymore.
Don't even try to fuck. I don't know. Don't even. Nah, I don't know.
And isn't the Thing living in New York? I assume he's...
You guys, if you want to explain the whole Marvel Universe during this event, then go for it. You're not going to figure it out.
There needs to be some kind of... I know that we're supposed to go... Every book is its own universe now. Technically.
I don't know.
Yeah.
See, there's not a lot of sketched lines on here. They're all fuzzy. So... There's no Secret Wars cloud this time, motherfucker.
There's no lines. It's just like a giant orgy. They're all just fucking each other.
This was a
It's like your Batman problem where he's like everywhere.
Dude, because it bugs the shit out of me. He's in 5 books. And he's in 5 different places.
Yeah, so the same thing's fucking happening here.
That's the one thing I don't understand about you. Explain it to me. How can you, whenever you're like, oh, he can beat up 100 guys, because he's Batman. He knows 100 different martial arts things. And then you're like, but he's in 5 places at once? Motherfucker, you keep saying that he's some sort of bad god. Of course he's in 5 places. He can take out 100 men, but he can't be in 5 places?
Hey, to be fair, not 100 men can attack you at one time.
What?
Spoilers. Most likely you can only get attacked by maybe 10.
Ask Neo.
Well,
100 people attacked him.
It wasn't there...
Not 100 fists could touch you.
It's true.
They can't take the same space.
But they can push the other guys in front of them at you.
I'm punching my friend to punch you harder.
They go one at a time. That's what I learned from Arkham Asylum. One at a time.
Then you need to branch out because Arkham City you get to hit 3 at a time.
Yeah.
No, I mean they attack you one at a time.
I know they didn't upgrade it to 3 people attacking you. In later games you get attacked by 3. Papa counters all 3 at a time.
And sometimes knives too.
Yeah, and I break those knives.
I give this a 9. It's good.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the end.
I'm sitting
the end
at
was
an
kind of
8.
weird for me.
I don't know why. It didn't really Jones me, but maybe it was the whole cover. I don't know. You guys know me in covers. Like, don't fuck with me. All right.
No, my cover doesn't have to do anything with the book, but the cover needs to be good because that's actually what interests me in the book.
And this, it bothered me too much to like that cover to its full extent. But you know what had a great cover, a great story, and is one of my favorite issues of the series? Commodity Challenge number 5, written by Bill Willingham and art by Ivan Rice. This is my favorite. This was awesome. The art was good. Detective Tiger Guy, favorite character of all time. Of this
Marvin
series.
went no.
I like it. I liked it. It was good.
When did you read it?
Today.
You probably bought it digitally. Dummy.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay, so you have read it.
I read it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't think you had read it.
Well, I'm not Pastrella, old man. I'm going to find a way to read it. We're going to review it.
Yeah, duh.
Um,
Got a show to do. Business.
You know what I love about this issue? It probably is my favorite issue of Commodity for 2 reasons. For what you said, I do like that every person is taking it. And I thought you would appreciate this because, or I think, was it you or you complaining that every issue is them getting somewhere and like running away? This wasn't really that. They
I was
finally
complaining
changed it
about
up.
that, yeah.
They finally changed how he tells the story, and it's not just an issue where it's like 1 hour of Commandy's life. It like months passed by in this issue. Like it finally did slow down and like tell a story that was. And then what I love about this issue is Bill makes an ending that really is like figure out how you're going to get out of this fucking thing.
Because that's the thing that I go, how the hell do you fix that?
That's the whole point of this thing, though.
I know, but all the other ones, I could.
The other ones also.
There's an easy way to get over it.
Yeah, the other ones were all like, he fell on a cliff. Figure out how he gets back from the cliff. This one is like, that dude doesn't have any more organs. Yeah. How is he alive?
See, there was a part in this issue that got me worried. They were like standing on the top of that waterfall. And I was like, great, here's the fucking cliffhanger. But I was like, that still feels like there's like 10 pages left. And so I turned the page and they like come out of the water. I'm like, oh, thank God. If it would have ended on that cliffhanger. Yeah, you're right. Those first 4 issues were basically like the same thing over and over again. Yeah.
And finally, Bill Willingham was like, let's do something else.
And he fucked that next person.
Yeah. I don't know how you get out of that. I mean, the only way you get out of that is being like, that's a robot.
Here's that's a clone. That's a robot.
Question for you guys.
Oh, they just said they clone people.
Yeah, see?
I didn't think they could clone people. They can
he says he clones organs out of the originals.
He says he doesn't get a lot of work on humans, though. So made me wonder. But anyway, question just technically, how does this happen? Did they put out the issue? Now the next team has to read this issue to find out how to fix it?
No, I think they get the script.
Or they all talk to
they get the script
beforehand. Okay.
Well, yeah, but it's round robin style. So they not everyone gets the script all at once. No, it's literally the first team goes to the second team goes to the third team. Okay. Everybody else has to read the comic to know what happens.
Okay. Because that's what my question was. I thought it's not one of those things where these guys just put this issue out and in a month the other team needs to be done.
No. They've been working on it for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next month, Steve Orlando's going to be on it with artist Philip Tan. And then on the 7th issue, who do we have on the 7th issue? Dan Jurgens. And Dan Jurgens is just drawing it. Margaret Bennett is writing it.
That'll be a good one. Next two will be good.
And then Keith Giffen and Steve Brood are doing the one after that.
Random note with Bennett being mentioned. I read number 7 of Animosity. Holy shit, that book was great. That issue was great.
See? Yeah, I knew you were going to drop
it. It's hit or miss. Some issues are really, really good. There's other issues that's like...
To be fair, though, I remember you saying you didn't like an issue because something happens in it that's so horrible.
They beat the dog.
That you hated a character, so you didn't like the issue. But shouldn't that make it be like, man, this issue's powerful? So shouldn't it be like a good issue? I'm asking.
I ripped that book in half.
No, you didn't.
And then burned that shit.
And then you go to the store and buy another copy.
Yep.
As he fucking gets a lint roller out just to make sure that he smooths out the edges.
That's messed up.
Speaking of burning comics, we were going to burn Superman #1. Remember we made that joke?
I still have it.
Hey, motherfuckers, just give it to me.
I would much rather take it and shoot it. Go, here's Superman's head, sniper rifle.
Oh, yeah. Man can't block bullets now.
Bulletproof that shit. Asshole.
This was
Argo together.
This was the best issue of Commodity for me. I give it a 9.
9 as well.
I think this was probably the strongest art even.
Art was amazing, Ivan Rice.
He's been doing like JLA. You guys should be on that fucking book. Oh my god.
Who's writing it?
Steve Orlando.
Ivan Rice. Steve Orlando.
Steve Orlando has been growing on me. Like, he's really great.
Who's on that team?
I just told
Commandi.
you.
Lobo, no.
No, the actual characters.
The character team.
On JLA?
Batman.
Is it too much Batman?
No. Plus the fan theory that I believe is true that it's Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter.
But Batman, Killer Frost, Lobo, the Ray, Adam, like Ray Palmer's assistant, whatever, Choi.
Isn't America Girl or something? She's the Scythe, I thought. I thought she was in it. Maybe I'm wrong. Miss America?
Oh, Black Canary.
Miss America's Marvel.
Yeah. And her name's not Miss America anymore. It's America.
No, she was in JLA, in New 52. She's got the blue. She looks like Captain America.
Are you talking about Stargirl?
Yes.
Stargirl is in the asylum. She's locked up.
Before Watchmen. Rebirth. I don't know. Whatever.
I just keep looking at the
I like how Alex knows now that when it peaks, it goes red. So he always looks and says, "Oh, did we peak? Peak." Those are the books for this week.
Not did we peak. Did you peak?
I never peak.
Buddy, I peaked at 18. Iron Man, infamous Iron Man #8. Steve Rogers, Captain America #17. Deadly Class 28. Department H #14. Wonder Woman 23. And
Command
Challenge #5. Pretty good. I thought it was a pretty strong week. Nothing that really was like, fuck, that's the best book that came out this week. But all things were like, it was good.
Yeah,
I liked it.
It was a good week. I burned through those books.
Next week is 5th week. And you know what that means.
Save some money, bitches.
Not you guys.
Those annuals that DC puts out are hit or miss, so it can be good or it can
I wasn't
like,
going to get Wonder Woman, and I saw Greg. I want to finish Greg Rucka's run on it, and I saw he's writing some. Yeah. Well, no, I thought I saw he's doing one more month.
Is he? Okay.
Like an epilogue. 2-issue thing.
I think Wonder Woman's one of those books I don't want to drop unless it really gets crappy. Because I like that character too much.
You know DC doesn't care about third week because they have 3 books coming out next week.
I don't know. 5th week, you mean?
Yeah.
5th week,
that's the thing. Like DC, like they're bringing it back, and then Image and Marvel just like they're throwing out like 8 books.
19 Marvel has next week on their light week.
And there's a lot that we get. Secret Empire.
Yeah, but just think next week we're going to be done with Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Old Man Logan?
I don't know. I'm going to give 25 a chance to see if it impresses me.
Why do you still... You just don't be negative.
Because I don't...
To be honest, this past lives arc, not the best thing I've ever seen.
But you know why it's not the best thing?
Sorrentino's not on art.
Because Sorrentino's not on art.
Yeah. I don't know what this bullshit is for pulling Sorrentino for every other issue on
If
Secret
nothing else,
Empire.
this is that last art that Sorrentino needed to be on this book.
Yeah, that's...
To give this book a home run.
Marvel cares only about the money.
But I don't care for Ed Brisson, how he's writing Bullseye. It's like, that's...
I think he's doing
that book's
good.
hit or miss for me, so... And he's a busy guy now. He's got Iron Fist. He's got Bullseye.
But the art's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Diodato.
I know, and I love Thanos. Thanos has been great.
Rainbow Comics and Cards. Looking for comic books, collectibles, board games, or any sports memorabilia or sports cards? The only place you need to shop in Sioux Falls or Lincoln, Nebraska. Visit their Facebook page, facebook.com/Rainbow Comics and Cards, or their Lincoln location at Rainbow Comics and Cards, Lincoln. Or find them online anytime at rainbowcomicsandcards.com. So how about we move on to our feature this week, which Garrett made up. So Garrett, when do you want to take the floor?
All right. So we are doing a 2-part story. Not 2-part. Sorry, 2-part feature, I mean. Part 1 will be this week. Part 2 will be next week. And we're starting with our Forgotten Foes. And it'll be Forgotten Foes and Friends. So this week will be Forgotten Foes. Next week will be Forgotten Friends. But how it works is basically, we've been missing some people. Maybe not these villains, but in a sense we have. Because we're sick of having the same villains that we're used to. No, we want the villains that we don't get as often anymore. So our list tonight, we each picked 5 villains, foes. You have to figure out 5 by the fucking end, motherfucker.
I'm up to 4.
Motherfucking Jones. So we each picked 5, at least me and Marvin did. Alex is slacking like always. And as he's undoing his belt, whatever.
My button broke tonight and it fell in the toilet, so I flushed it down. So my belt was digging into my stomach. Shut up.
Okay. Yeah, we each picked 5 foes that aren't really in comics as much right now. They're not being thrown on the front lines, and they're foes that we miss. What?
Me.
I just in my head after Alex told us that story. Just imagine Alex went in the toilet and he was like, "You got to flush it down, I guess." He didn't even try to dig it out.
I tell you what, that is actually what it was.
Touched toilet water.
Because I had already started to pee. I'm like, oh, whatever, it's gone. It's fine. I can find a new one.
Go ahead.
So, who wants to take it away first?
You.
Me? Nah, I'm the host. Let's go Alex. Let's
Fine.
get your one out of the way.
So my first one is a character, and I honestly has one of my favorite issues of, I think it's 617, the Rhino from Amazing Spider-Man. That is, now, to be fair, I'm biased. He's an animal-based character.
You know what my number one I hate phrase that you say?
What?
I'm biased. You say that for everything.
Fine, I'll start bringing back Fantastic again.
I would rather you say fantastic a million fucking times than you say, I like this character. I'm biased. It's like a double positive.
Be like you talking about sex all the time, or issue 8
I
of
was
Green
not talking.
Arrow
I talk about attractive qualities of women.
that are cartoon characters.
Yeah, you're fucking judging me. You do the same fucking thing.
Not nearly as much as you do.
Yeah, because I don't get it on the regular, so sue me.
Here, ladies, if you're listening,
If you want to go on the regular,
Twitter Garrett.
Fuck.
And let him know.
Put down the mic for 2 seconds to take a drink of Coke, and you went from Rhino to...
Anyways, Alex,
So you like Rhino.
Rhino sex.
Because you're biased. Go ahead.
Did you read Clone Conspiracy with Rhino?
No, I didn't get that Omega.
So he's actually in there right now. But
Clone Conspiracy's done.
he was in that, and he was in Omega as well. It's a really powerful story.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
That was my
Okay.
caveat for this list before we actually start, is that some of my people who are Marvel people, they could still be around. It's just they put out so many books, I don't know where the fuck they are.
Was it
Okay, so yeah, if you don't get fine, if they're forgotten by you, we'll do that rule.
Well, also, it's like, here's for instance, it's not on my list, but he was going to be, but then I was like, wait, is he in a book? Like Norman Osborn. I love Norman Osborn. But I was like, is he in a book or what? Because I haven't seen anything about him being out anymore.
What the fuck? Well, I got to talk about Norman Osborn because he's on my list.
Okay.
The next issue I read of Amazing Spider-Man has him in for like a 1-issue arc.
Is that 25?
Yeah. And it explains where he's been since he got plastic surgery, but now he doesn't anymore. But yeah, like I think, from his Dark Avengers run with Bendis and everything, like he kind of just falls off the face of the planet. And you're like, how can someone I know you can't do Green Goblin and Norman Osborn forever, but he's like fucking Lex Luthor. He's just that annoying tick that you gotta you can put over on the side. You don't need him as the main focus of every story, but he's still around.
I guess for me, it's one of those, a lot of the time he ends up being the main focus, which bugs me. It's kind of like Joker always being Batman's thing, or Lex Luthor always being Superman. It's like, no, you can have him. He can always be around.
Right.
But he doesn't always have to be running the show.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Use him as more like a mercenary. Like, you're fucking somebody over, but someone that's helping you is Norman Osborn. Like, he's like, oh, he paid for the funding to help me fuck you over.
Yep.
That'd be like more of a Norman Osborn kind of thing.
Lately, though, you would think that Dan Slott doesn't realize that Spider-Man's arch nemesis. He thinks that's Doc Ock.
Oh my God, he's so obsessed with Doc Ock.
You know what? It was kind of like the New 52 when Penguin was in every issue of Detective and bugged the shit out of me, or Scarecrow was in Dark Knight. It's like, come on, there are other characters.
That's why I didn't put those two, because like they haven't been in the comics lately. I didn't put them on my list because I'm like, but yeah, they literally just had 52 issues about them. Yeah. So
I'd say Doc Ock, worst Spider-Man character.
Are you both done?
Yeah.
Let me pull up my first.
So that would be
that's 1 and 1.
1 and 1. So Marvin's first one / pretend second one.
Actually, let's piggyback off of let me go out of order here. Piggyback off of your Norman Osborn during Dark Avengers, Dark Reign. Like, he was a big bad for a while, and one of the people who was around then, good guy sometimes.
Let me guess.
Sometimes bad guy. Who?
Sentry.
Yep, the Void. When he turned into the Void and became a bad guy. You know what I like about that though? I fucking hate the Sentry so much. I miss the Void because I miss hating. Like, he was like a character that was so like cliche bad that I kind of miss having a character like that in comics. That's just like
obviously bad, but
like over the top like that. I thought in a way it's kind of fun, but now like there's been a recent. And not that recent, but 5-10 years of making everybody be this great anti-hero. That's like, let's make someone who's fucking bad. I know he's bad.
I agree with you 100%.
Yep.
Marvel has a huge villain problem because, like, how
they're not villains.
They're not villains. Like, I literally I Googled this morning because I needed a couple more villains, and I did Marvel villains. And every single one I saw is like, well, that's a hero now. That's a hero now. That's a hero now. That's a hero now. I'm like...
And even though he was Sentry, when he turned into the Void, that motherfucker was...
brutal.
Was ready to... He was like, what Carnage does. He was ready. By the way, Stan Lee created him. Do you know that? Stan Lee doesn't know, but he created him.
Well, he got used for the story before the Clone Conspiracies.
Who, Sentry?
Yeah.
Wait, is he back?
I think he's back.
No, there's no way.
I don't know if I've seen Sentry.
Huh?
Is he African American?
No,
he's not. He's like an Aryan guy.
He's
white with long blonde hair.
He's huge. Isn't he kind of like King Queen size?
Nope.
No, he just looks like Superman.
He looks like Superman in yellow
swear.
with an S.
Alex, what's your second one?
So my second one, also from Spider-Man, the Shocker. Favorite.
Again, both of those are in the Clone Conspiracy, like all over the place.
Okay,
I know.
if this
I'm
if this
saying,
whole
I'm
fucking
saying,
thing is
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know that you should have read Clone Conspiracy.
When I put someone else on here and you go, oh, he's in another book, I'm gonna deck you.
I'm just saying you should have been reading Clone Conspiracy.
I had it. Yeah, I read it, but just was he actually Shocker? No, he was a clone. So not Shocker.
Conspiracy.
Douchebag. Boom, bitch. Get out the way.
Okay, I was thinking Electro anyways, female Electro. You're kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry. Go. You're good.
Shocker. So what is the difference between Shocker and Electro?
Isn't Shocker using like waves?
Sound
Hey.
waves.
Which always confused me. Yeah, but
Is it
it's like concussive waves.
Why isn't his name Soundwave?
Because
Because there actually is somebody called that. That was fucking...
Transformers.
No, there was an
Soundwave.
arc. What was with the other guy that's Peter was... Like when Peter became Spider-Man, this kid got like sonic boomed in the ears or something and it turned him into a Soundwave guy.
I have no fucking
I can't think of his name. God damn it. Guest host one.
Radio wave.
Shocker. I like Shocker a lot because he's like...
I loved his outfit.
Yeah, I was going to say his outfit's really like Peter's. Peter's.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
Peter.
Peter Parker.
It's like Parker's a lot, so that
Becker Pucker.
I always like that
it feels like they're
he
equal.
wasn't like a big baddie.
No,
he wasn't a Kingpin. He wasn't a Green Goblin. He was one of those bad guys that I wish they'd put in the movies where Spider-Man just takes him down.
Yeah, they could have put Shocker in the movies.
I would love Shocker to be in the movie.
More the soul than Electro. Like Electro, they have to explain his power. Shocker could have been a fucking guy with his weapons that he made.
All right. My next one. Am I going to me next? Or did you do your two?
I just assumed we're going in the circle, me, you, him.
All right. So I'm going to piggyback one last time because I guess the Spider-Man villains is where there's the most popularity right now. Chameleon.
You know why, though?
He's going to show up again. I got 2 more Spider-Mans.
You got Chameleon on there?
No.
Chameleon's one I have on there. Like, that's what I love most about the animated series, and there have been some comic arcs where Chameleon's involved, and like now he's just sitting in prison, like doing nothing. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, I don't want him to be like that one, like, oh, this always happens, but I want him, like, how does he not have one of the best Spider-Man arcs of all time where he just fucks his whole life up?
I think he would be a good, like, if not that Snyder would ever write him, but the Snyder long arc of like 10 issues of just Chameleon fucking Spider-Man over and Peter
Right,
Parker.
and you don't even see that it's Chameleon until like issue 8.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
It's like, surprise, motherfucker. Holy shit.
I would, you know what, that's my challenge to Marvel. Marvel, go more than 8 issues without spoiling something about your story that we could have seen in issue 1.
But no, I'm just saying, maybe I don't know anything, but Spectacular Spider-Man comes out next week.
So excited.
Maybe that's got an opportunity for these not new, but
Classic,
these classic characters. God, I never thought of Chameleon. That's a
Dude,
good
he's
choice.
part of our trilogy.
I know, but it didn't even, the other.
Corey says you guys don't have a trilogy, by the way.
Yeah, well, Corey likes to, he lives life on priority basis, as in it's working out, whatever the fuck we talk about around him, and then that's it.
Dude, I tell you what, the trilogy that, fine, I'm not going to count Corey in.
Fine,
that,
me and Alex.
Garen and I
Yeah,
came up
we'll
with
fucking make this.
I would love, this movie would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Or these 3 movies be awesome.
You heard it here first, Sony.
Let me bring up somebody who we're talking about forgotten foes.
Forgotten foes. They could be dead, too.
This guy is around. He has his own book.
Ego the Living Planet, no?
But I'm going to say forgotten foe
He's literally
because
around.
he's not bad anymore. I need to be bad again.
Magneto.
Dr. Doom.
Really? I was going to put him on my
I
list.
do love his book so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm loving more? I'm loving for when he's trying to be good so much and the point when nobody can give him the benefit of the doubt and he's finally like, fine. And when he turns, I'm waiting for that fucking turn.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
When he beats the shit out of everybody.
Not that I need my characters not to evolve and change and not become good. Like, he could be good for 5 more years. I'm good with that. But when that change happens, when he goes back, because inevitably this guy is going to become too cocky and think that he's, and not do something in the right for once. And he's going to turn and be selfish again because that's who he is. When that happens, Papa's having a good day.
I was waiting for you to say Papa.
You think the stress is going to overwhelm him? He's going to break bad?
I think Tony will come back and want the Iron Man suit or become Iron Man again, and
He'll
Doom will
lose
be
his
like,
shit.
"No, I'm a better Iron Man than you've ever been, and I need to be out there more than you." And then he'll become mad.
One, I actually believe that Doom is a better Iron Man.
Dude, he fucking killed all those guys in the issue.
I'm not saying that he doesn't take shit, but I'm saying that he's actually got the other option, not having to do tech. He can do magic.
Yeah. Was that true? Did he kill all those guys, or was that
no? I think they killed. I don't think he killed them.
Thrasher was just making up shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember in 7 him killing all these people. I thought he would incapacitate. I don't remember him killing everybody. Maybe he did.
Well, in the flashback it shows him killing everybody, but
the Maker can
I'm also like, what the fuck is he? Yeah, why would he be killing everybody? Alex, you said you have another Spider-Man one?
I do.
Let me guess.
Okay.
Craven.
Well, he is on my list, yes.
Yeah, of course, you know that.
Well, then swap him in and say he's your third so I can get a point.
Yes. Craven is, to be fair, I know he was in Rocket Raccoon, but he's not.
I don't consider that anything part of this because I have not heard shit about him being in Rocket Raccoon.
He's hunting Rocket all the way through. But
in the new Rocket series, Craven's hunting.
He's
him?
gone. I mean, the Rocket series is done now. But for that 5
didn't they
issues,
just reboot it?
Yeah, it was like 3 issues.
Now it's Rocket, but
it was 3 issues. Then
it was Rocket Raccoon for 5 issues, where aliens are being hunted, and who better to hunt anything than Craven the Hunter? And Craven actually respects Rocket for being such a feisty piece of shit. He goes, "I'm not going to kill you yet." So then he lets him go, hunts him again later. But I want to see Craven hunt Spider. I want to see him actually hunt Spider-Man, and just watch Spider-Man beat the shit out of him. But I want it to be a long, worthy story.
Right.
Do the Grim Hunt again, or do the Last Hunt, or whatever it has to be. But I just want to see a good, methodical, smart Craven. He always gets to be this stupid, dumb character who's like, "Well, I hunt animals." It's like, that's great. But you're smarter than that. You've actually got super strength and super speed, and aren't you a master strategist?
How wasn't that Spider-Man 2, him hunting both Spider-Man?
What?
Said, why wouldn't that be the storyline? I don't know what Spider-Man 2 is about. Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
But like, why wouldn't Craven get Spider Boner and be like, "Oh, I can get 2"?
But to be fair, I'm just surprised that Spider-Man or that Craven, the whole city of New York has got spiders. Go take care of that infestation.
Yeah.
You got Spider-Girl, Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, whatever, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Take them down, break their legs, pin them to the wall, and then Peter Parker has to come fight you.
Damn.
By the way, I would love to watch Spider-Man get killed by Craven. It'd make your brother sad, but man, it would make my life. I would buy every issue and just put them on my wall going, this is even if it's a fake story, that Craven wins.
That actually happened. Yeah, that'd be a fun image to send Corey constantly whenever he feels like he's one-upped us. You just send that picture.
I should send that picture to your brother of Deadpool shooting him in the head. Blows his brain out with a shotgun.
Or Craven taking a knife and just going...
Tears of joy right
here. Third.
All right, so no more Spider-Man villains, because he's obviously the weaker of this hero's villain. Not really. This villain kind of sucks, but he's annoying. Toyman, Winslow Shot. I have not seen Toyman in comics in a long time. I think he's become... Okay.
I'm going to say something dumb. Who the fuck is Toyman?
Oh, man. He's a Superman villain who uses toys to kill /harm /rob. So he's a master toy maker, and he uses them for his evil plans.
Was Toyman in an animated series of either Batman or the Superman show?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
I think I actually remember that one.
Yeah.
He's in Supergirl, too.
Yeah.
Is he really?
Well, his son is in the show as her best friend. And his arc is all about redeeming himself because his father's a villain.
Oh. Dude, take out the mantle.
But Toyman in Smallville was freaking crazy.
Have you read 52 yet? I think he's in 52.
Really? I haven't read it yet.
Maybe I'm thinking of that, or maybe I'm thinking of Justice League Action. I read both of them around the same time, or I watched that. I think he was in Justice League Action also. Toyman, yeah.
Yeah, I just they always want to throw out the classics again. I know the new wave of comics is let's entice that new reader. But Jones's old fans a little bit. I know we got Mixoplitic recently, but I would like some Toyman. You guys just like how that rolls off my tongue?
Yeah, I know. I can't say it. I'd look at it and I can't say
Mixoplitic.
it. Marvin?
Third. Let's stay on the... let's stay, for me at least, in the Marvel Universe. Somebody we saw this week, but it wasn't alive. Red Skull. Where's my boy at?
Where is he in the Marvel Cinematic
Regular
Universe?
Red Skull. I don't mean Xavier Brain. Get that shit out of there. I mean like
They fixed it.
Hail Hydra.
Did they?
Yeah, they fixed it at the end of Inhumans vs. X-Men.
Haven't read
I
it.
didn't read that.
I haven't read it. Oh, wait, I did hear though that they got the brain out of him in one of the other books.
They scooped the brain.
But like in Winter Soldier Cap, Red Skull, the best. I'm waiting for him to come back. And that's another example of a true fucking villain.
Yeah.
Like, he's not good in any aspect. I mean, you can't really make him an anti-hero and be like, he might be good, this fucking Nazi. You know what I mean? He has to be pure evil.
He's pretty stable as a Nazi.
You can't be like, Red Skull book, baby. Yep. Actually, no, there was a Red Skull book.
When?
Like 3-4 years ago. It was like a mini. It was 3 issues.
That surprises me that you nor I got that. Of course, I wasn't a big Captain fan then.
It was about his backstory when he was a kid. But still, I mean, now the Red Skull. Now they're not. He's not.
What did his parents like feed him shrapnel?
It's not gonna be the infamous Red Skull, and he's like,
Jesus,
I'm Cap now, baby. Cap died. I'm taking over for him. No, he's not gonna be doing that shit. But like, that's the thing. Also, like, I do like the aspect of let's show some gray areas of characters. Maybe they're not bad. Maybe they're not 100% evil, or they're not 100% good or 100% bad. However, at some point, you have to make a villain that is 100% bad. And however, but the only way you make the story interesting is just tell it from their perspective. Like, they think that they're doing good, or that's what they're doing. They're heroes of their own story, even if everything they're doing is 100% evil. You don't have to actually make it that they're doing something that is in the gray area.
To be fair, Red Skull never even occurs to me as a good. Like, Ra's al Ghul, I can understand. He thinks he's doing the right thing. At least for me, Red Skull could never be good. There's nothing beneficial he's doing other than killing people or trying to run the world.
He's got a good skin definition. Keeps it clear.
Never gets sunburnt.
Alex, what's your fourth?
My fourth, guess where it's from? SpiderMan. You want to take a guess?
Oh, he was doing a B.
But he's in our trilogy.
Jesus.
Mysterio.
Yes. I love that fishbowl dude.
Yeah, he hasn't been around. He was in Clone Conspiracy barely.
Did he show up in that one?
Well, basically, spoilers for Clone Conspiracy, but anybody that's ever been fucked over or dead in the Spider-Man entire history was in that book. So Mysterio was barely in it, but he was in it.
When did he die?
He must have died a while ago. I don't fucking know.
I guess the last time I remember seeing him was in the Gauntlet. So 600s of Amazing Spider-Man. God, that was good. That whole run is awesome.
That's always when I wanted to see him as a Spider-Man villain in a movie too. Is like, I think he has enough gravitas to get himself in a movie.
I think now if we were to throw a pitch an arc, Mysterio and Chameleon would be fantastic.
Yeah,
together. Holy shit, they would fuck everybody over.
Right.
But Mysterio, though, speaking of Spider-Man, he was the villain in the first one.
Ooh.
Ultimate Mysterio and regular Mysterio.
Oh, I see.
So maybe Mysterio will take the Secret Wars cloud, let's say, off of Miles' head, thinking he's actually Spider-Man.
You know what the interesting thing is, especially with all yours, you're all Spider-Man people, and you had 2 or 1?
2 or 1 what?
Spider-Man villains?
I had 2, yeah. No, wait, I just had Chameleon and Norman. Chameleon and Norman, so I had 2. The
interesting thing is that, like, the reason why they're so forgotten and you're pining for them is because, like,
they're pure evil.
Well, Dan Slott also is like Doc Ock.
Yeah.
It's like he has like one villain that he thinks
there's 3 villains that Slott has used that Morbius, sorry. You got me thinking of Matrix. Lizard and Doc Ock. That's the only 3 villains I think he knows exist. And Sandman, they threw him for that one end of the worlds thing.
You know, like, and then at the end of Clone Conspiracy, spoilers again, because I want to catch you guys up, is like, there's going to be a new Dr. Octopus. Basically, he stole a clone's body, and now he's skinny and, like, has the claws now.
Isn't he the one we've been seeing in the Secret Empire? That he's working for Hydra?
Right. He's that one.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure yet, but, like, all you see is at the end of Clone Conspiracy that he jumped into...
Yeah, that he left the body.
A body. No, into a new body, but he left his body. Yeah.
Garrett, what's your next one?
I'm going with Mongol from Warworld for another Superman villain. And he was in the New 52 briefly. And
Trinity
just now?
He was in
Trinity.
I haven't read the last 2 issues of Trinity.
No, he was in the first arc. When they're in that...
You're right. Shit, I forgot all about that.
Boom, bitch.
Yeah. But
Clone conspiracy.
I don't think it was Mongol at his best.
Well, but it was Mongol in a brain.
Yeah, I agree.
In their brains. So it wasn't Mongol himself. But he's going to be in, spoilers, action.
Yeah. I think he's going to come in Supergirl, too.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. Well, don't have much to say about him then, but when they did use him for, now that I'm thinking about Trinity, like, they used him really well, but I don't think he was at his full potential, like his Warworld potential. And God, I would love, I know they did in the animated series for Superman, but, like, let's just get some characters, comic book version. Like, let's get back to the fucking Thunderdome where they're beating the shit out of each other. So, that's what I want, but that's all I'll say about that.
Marv, number 4?
So this guy was around recently. Now he's gone. And sometimes you don't realize what you have till it's gone. That's what I heard one time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I quoted that. That's my quote.
Oh,
think about it. Put it on a poster.
Never let go.
But he's so good, and I love him so much and this is a guy who couldn't be an anti-hero. He was a good guy at first too. But he's been gone for recently. I don't mean bring him back now, but he's one of my
This better
favorites.
be a good one.
Jesus.
Well, he's one of my favorites, so bring him back when it's appropriate, but still missing him.
Is he dead?
Sinestro.
Okay. Actually, I was been waiting. When he brought up Mongol, I thought, you know who I haven't seen? Sinestro.
He's still
somewhere
alive. Yeah.
If Hal got brought back, Sinestro's out there.
I'm sure he's
right in the parallax.
somewhere.
He's right in the parallax.
He's in Parallax's butt crack. That's where he's so afraid. Like, if fear embodiment is Parallax's butt crack, so Hal Jordan's hope.
An interesting...
is...
not interesting at all.
Butt cracks.
Do you want to know, when I was making up this list, actually I put Parallax in the list, but then I was like, no, I really want Sinestro.
Yeah.
But... yeah, that's interesting. Parallax is probably keeping him
because even though Sinestro in the Hal Jordan the Green Lantern Corps arc used Parallax to make himself younger, he still acted like he was old as shit.
Yeah, but it's hard. I think it's hard to act young when you're actually old.
Do you remember that first fucking arc, Sinestro?
He looked like an old man.
Was awesome.
He was so fucking good. Sinestro Corps War, which you two haven't read because you're both losers.
Yeah, I did. I borrowed it from you.
I haven't read it.
You
yet.
haven't read it.
I read it. When you let me borrow all those Hal Jordan trades, I read that one.
Who's in it?
Sinestro and Hal. I haven't read it in years. In 6 years.
Space Ape.
I have to reread it. I don't remember everything.
Tell me about this book.
It's good though. But like that whole thing from Rebirth to Sinestro Corps War to Black
Rebirth's
Knight.
really good.
Oh, the first one. Okay.
Yeah. Did you read that yet?
No.
The Jeff Johns, Hal Jordan.
Is that the No Fear or is
Green
that a separate
Lantern.
thing? That's two different
No
books,
Fears
right?
after Rebirth.
Okay.
Can't
read it then. I need Rebirth.
That whole thing, like Sinestro, he's a player in it that is like
Sleep with the ladies?
he's a player in that is like I said, not always 100% bad, but he's very complex and interesting, so I like him a lot. Alex, you have a fifth one?
I know. This is I want to give you guys a guess. I had to ask your brother if this character was still dead because I'm not caught up on this book. Got decapitated. You know it. The Shredder. He's only been dead for less than a year. But
I will tell you, ever since Shredder left this story,
that sounds good.
This book is not good.
Okay. I was going to say, in all honesty, when I read the first couple issues after, and I think that's one reason why I'm taking such a long lull to get to it, is I know that Shredder's not in it. That Shredder is such a force to be reckoned with, and the Turtles know it, that his death brings the Turtles down. To me, brings them down. I mean, there's always that fear of who is he going to kill? Shredder doesn't give a shit about anybody except for his own agenda. Even when the Turtles need to work with him to do something, fuck you guys. He'll help you and then stab you in the back or in the front or wherever.
Yeah, I mean, he was so ruthless where, when we got up to that point, like, it was devastating. But, like, the quality of that book has gone down because to me it's kind of like Animosity. Like the turtles they don't seem special enough anymore. It's like they're 4 characters with 12 other animal characters, and they just happen to get like 2 pages more than everybody else.
Yep. So well, that's the sad thing is it looks like and again I'm not caught up, but it looks like the Mutanimals and all these other mutants are a big to do. What was that?
I don't know, like a bomb.
Oh, I see. Shredder walking. Oh. God, you know what? That is one of the best Shredders, by the way. In that final fight scene when he talks to everybody. Oh man, I love the Shredder.
Yeah.
Well, even like that.
I think Shredder and Kraven are tied for my favorite villains.
That scene in the first movie. Garrett, you seen it?
I've seen the first movie.
When he comes out into the whole when they're in the warehouse and he speaks the whole foot. Yep. He gives that speech. What speech is one of the? I'm like,
when you're family.
I was like, how do we join for this foot?
How do you think The Rock stole
Let's join the foot. I was like, I'm going to join the foot. What? Oh.
From Fast and
Furious. What do you mean? They got fucking video games in there? Smoking ciggies? Stealing TVs? They got it made. Pizza?
See, that's kind of what I miss about the Turtles book, is they're not doing that shit anymore. It's not like they're animals in New York, like enjoying New York or anything like that, or whatever the city. It's like they're in hiding. All they do is talk to each other. They don't do, like, Mikey's the only one that, like, eats pizza and plays video games. All the rest of them are like, we're part of the foot now. Oh, no.
Are they still part of the foot?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And even Mikey now is kind of like, well, at first I was a little bitch about it, but now.
Well, I knew that Mikey had left because he was hurt by them choosing to be the foot.
But it's like when Raph left in the first Turtles movie. Eventually he comes back and he's like, maybe we can make it work.
And to be fair, he left, but got thrown through a window, so he had no choice but to come back.
Right.
Sorry, I made myself laugh at that. More importantly, in that movie, if the foot wanted to kill the turtles, why would you throw them back into the building? Why would you throw them off the roof?
Not the smartest. I told you, all they're working for is video games and ciggies. So. It's what your kids. Garrett, what's your last one?
My last one is the one that I want to see more of. I've seen him. So this is a rather new-ish villain, but I think he left such a devastation in this book. Well, sort of. I mean, by now you guys probably forgot all about him.
I don't know what book we're talking about yet.
Just wait. I got to build it up.
Okay.
So, thinking Thomas Wayne Jr. from the end of the Court of the Owls arc.
Okay. I was like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Like Bruce's twin brother or whatever.
Yeah. Isn't he the older brother?
Older brother, younger brother, whatever. His brother, who looks basically just like him, to be honest. But I thought he was such a great character, and I thought it was such a shame that they spent so little time on him. It would be nice if he comes back in something else. I don't think it'll be War Jokes and Riddles. I don't know maybe it'll be in Scott Snyder's Dark Metal series sometime. I have no idea. But I feel like it's kind of like Barbara Gordon's brother. Like how they spent freaking 15 issues on that. Like this happened, he got 2 issues, and then it was like, does he really still have a brother? We haven't mentioned him ever since. So I would like to see him come back, because I thought that was such a compelling idea to change the Batman mythology. But I don't know if it was just kind of okay, we'll come back to this, and then just never did. I don't know. But because I always thought when you see that Talon mask kind of ripped off, and you just see this pale white face, almost Joker white, but it's Bruce Wayne's face, and you're like, damn. And he was ruthless too. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I don't care. I'll take your place. So
I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah. I kill you.
I kill you too.
My final choice is
hello, just to see.
Might be around still. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. Might be in a book that I don't read. Probably not. There's a guy that he's around in other things. We talk about side stories, Elseworld stories. I've seen him, but not in the main continuity. So I want to see some more from Black Adam.
Ooh.
Where's Black Adam at?
He's in Justice, baby.
Yeah, I was going to say that's where I saw him last. And that's why it made me think. Who thought?
He's in Injustice.
What's happening? Speaking of, where's Shazam been? Where's Billy Batson? I haven't seen him in anything.
Dead.
Superman blew his head out.
Yeah, so
I think he's on the cover of
That's
JLA.
dead.
That's Injustice, right?
That is Shazam.
Yeah, then he laser beamed his head out.
Zed's dead, baby.
And I remember
Black
they
Adam.
were jonesing a New 52 to get him his own series eventually. That never happened.
I would love to get a Shazam book.
You would think with Rebirth that Johns would have had enough, stature to have been like, hey, we're making a fucking Shazam book. Or I think there must be coming up here another wave of books.
That's got to be. Probably September. It's usually when they do their new thing.
The last one was in September. It was the beginning of the year.
And so we're almost a year
It was
in.
like
I mean, when they do
months.
their waves.
It was like every 6 months.
Yeah.
But maybe they slow it down. Is that what you're saying?
Right, because whatever
Where sales
Doomsday Clock's coming in November. I don't know. I'm not fucking Jeff Johns, Dan DiDio, and Jim Lee.
Oh, you think that's when it'll come together? Maybe we get a JSA book. We get a Martian Manhunter book. We get a... Who was I just talking about? Black X Shazam book. We get a... What did you just say?
I don't think.
I was talking about Doomsday Clock.
Doomsday Clock? No. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about Dr. Manhattan book.
Watchmen.
No, he'll be gone.
For Watchmen 2. Fuck no.
But yeah, we need a new wave of
No.
books.
If that was an event before Watchmen 2, fuck it. I'm
Swamp
not buying
Thing.
that. I'd jump on that book.
But I want a bit of Vertigo. Kick it off. I actually have... Next week when we talk about Forgotten Friends, I have a good pitch for a new Vertigo book too. Those are our picks for this week. Let Alex know. Those are some good picks. Tell you what, when you think about it, when you were saying this, I was like, I have a hard time figuring out, like, what do you mean forgotten foes? Everybody's in everything nowadays. I see them all the time. And then I actually started looking at this list of villains and like, hey, where's this guy been? Where's this guy been?
I don't know. I just think it's like with so much, Marvel and DC are talking about legacy and like honoring those legacies. Like, there's a lot of characters that we're missing out on that are really crucial to like who these characters are because they like have a huge piece of their history in them. So like, it's a shame not to go back to our foes, our forgotten foes, and give them some respect.
At Alex Pastrello on Twitter to let him know if you like the Shredder. Or if you don't like him. Let him know if you want to join the Foot. He's part of the organization. He'll let you join. Find Accurate2188. Let him know if...
I really hope I get Twitter questions on how to join the Foot.
He knows. He knows what's on the questionnaire.
I'll tell you.
He'll let you know what if
I'll
on
let
your
Tatsu
resume.
know you need help.
You should make a group page and you'll be the only follower. And then Marvin might do it. Maybe.
You know you'd want to join the Foot.
Nah, I'd be a turtle. I'd eat the shit out of all that New York pizza.
Who says the Foot can't eat pizza?
Yeah, they eat pizza in that movie.
I just ordered pizza.
Nah, that wasn't the Foot. That was one of their little groupies.
At Karat2188. Follow
called
him
the
on
heel.
Twitter. Let him know what you liked about his list. Follow me at Marvin_Salguero.
Why not the big toe?
Hey, you want the inside line for this new book I'm talking about? I'll let you know. Tweet me. Follow the podcast at Wednesday Comics on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Wednesday Comics Podcast or email us at WednesdayComics605@gmail.com.
I'm biased.
Oh my God. Okay. All Wednesday Comics fans, if you hate and you hate I'm biased, tweet Garrett, you're so fucking right. Or like comment that on our face. You don't have to say fucking. You can say Garrett, you're right. And if we get 50 of those, they have to stop forever.
I'm not agreeing to that. I'm pretty biased about that.
I'm making a promise to my fans. I will punch you in the trach.
You know what else you can tweet at Alex? Find the Shredder song on YouTube and just send him a link. He'll listen to it every single time you send it to him.
Dude, that should be my wake-up music.
Yeah, except your wife would probably like, I guess she gets up before you.
No, it usually is me. Lately, she's been beating me up.
Whoa, buddy.
In the morning.
Need help?
Oh.
Getting a little deep.
You can find our sponsors at rootsoftheswampthing.com or rainbowcomicsandcards.com. Rainbow Comics and Cards will help you find all these books we talked about today. Rootsoftheswampthing.com. Get your eye on that Swamp Thing. When I pitch for that book and it becomes hot, baby.
Wait,
hot.
dude.
When the movie comes out,
One out of your 5?
it's when Swamp Thing gets hot, baby, hot. Then everybody's going to be like, I don't know about the Swamp Thing, and you came too late, baby. You could have went to rootsoftheswampthing.com and been like, I know about this. Now you're out on the streets, you don't know? I know.
I've been Alex.
We're doing that already? I'm Garrett. I've always been Garrett. I am Garrett. Fine, let's go. Bye, Garrett.
No, if you listeners hate that, let us know.
Don't worry, I'll end that shit right now.
I feel like I missed it. Oh, subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher Radio. Rate, review, subscribe. Please rate the show. It'll help us out a lot. Also, we're part of the Sioux Falls Podcast Network now. Clap. So we're back on SoundCloud, baby. It's on there. Go to
those hearts.
But aren't we like how do you say it? We're not like first degree SoundCloud. We're like second degree, as in they're putting us on there.
So go to thesioempire.com, find them on SoundCloud, and then with all the shows that are part of the network, we're one of the shows.
I'm saying those hearts, they don't mean shit to us anymore.
Hey, they're on there, baby.
I love hearts.
Well, do we get notified that we get hearts now?
I don't need to be notified.
You know why I love hearts? Because we got
Remember,
hearts.
I asked, is there a way I can be out of the SoundCloud loop? I'm out of the loop now, but it's on there. So
Okay. Watch me
win-win
get
for
fucking
everybody.
hearts like crazy.
Also, go to the SiouxEmpirePodcast.com, listen to their podcast or any of the podcasts on there. Hey, they got some cool ones. You interested in video games? There's a video game podcast on there, movie podcast about local news, everything you want. You can be out on the streets saying, I got nothing to listen to. And I'm saying, baby, podcast your baby.
Yeah, you're going to get that news update like, oh shit, you want to join the foot?
I was just
Turn the other way.
Good week. And 4 days from this podcast releasing. By the way, happy Memorial Day. I don't know what you bring out the grill, bring out the podcast. Have it out there. You're cooking some steaks, and you got me on the boombox.
just you.
Well, you two too. But I mean, right now, when I'm saying this, make sure it comes out of a boombox. People have boomboxes anymore?
1990s.
In their living rooms, maybe, because it's their speaker to their TV, but not.
It's not a boom. You know what a boombox is?
I know what a boombox is, but nobody has that anymore.
Yeah,
Unless you're
we're
like
going back to the 90s.
Unless you're like a 90s record store.
Rock on.
So bring out your boombox.
From your
Maybe your A-track.
Cook some burgers.
Get that 1967 Chevy Camaro. Or not Camaro.
Put some soda on ice.
If you want to cook burgers like Marvin, just throw the burger on the grill and then pull it off right away. Start eating.
Buddy. Nice and tender then. And always tender, I've been Marvin.
I am Alex, the Foot Clan leader.
I'm like Marvin's Burgers Raw, Garrett.
Hey, everyone, keep turning those pages.